Hi friends, Shay here. So I am here to start another manga series reading vlog. So my good friend Maeve over at Maeve Ever Reading has loaned me Magic Knight Rayearth by Clamp. This is one that's like kind of Clamp's take on a magical girl, but I believe it's darker than like Cardcaptor Sakura. I don't really know too much about this. I'm purposely going in kind of blind, especially where I was able to borrow it. I have been interested in picking up the beautiful new box sets for Magic Knight Rayearth, but those are pricey, so I don't want to invest in something like that if I'm not going to end up enjoying the series. So Maeve was kind enough to let me borrow this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the first chapter, and then I'll come back and talk to you. I don't know how many volumes are in these beastie, like, Dark Horse editions. I'm assuming at least 3. From the breaks at the top, it looks like 3. That's my plan. I'm going to read the first chapter and come back and chat with you. And I'll chat with you like I would in like a Try 3, where each time I finish a volume, I come and check in unless something like blows me away and I need to talk to you sooner. Okay, so that didn't quite work because there are no chapter breaks. So I've now read what would be the equivalent of the first volume of Magic Knight Rayearth. So it is definitely Magical Girl. It's like Sailor Moon, but kind of better. I'm gonna have to do my reread of Sailor Moon soon, I think. Because, like, this is giving me all of those Sailor Moon vibes without the part of Sailor Moon that I didn't enjoy, which was the unnecessary romance with Mamura. There's no Mamura in here. But, we're dealing with these girls who are transported into this other kingdom because they are the fated magic knights that were summoned by the princess who's now currently imprisoned by her second, kind of like her advisor. So it's kind of like a Jafar and the Sultan kind of situation there. She's promoted peace, he wants chaos. And so these 3 14-year-old girls from Japan, who are all at Tokyo Tower on a field trip, end up transported into their world to save it. And it's about the people that they meet along the way. Kind of like Sailor Moon, they're slowly coming into their powers. And I'm really liking the direction of this. Like I said, I'm liking it better than I liked Sailor Moon. I love Clamp's art style. Y'all know that, though. And I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm really excited to see how this series continues to play out. Initially it's got all that great magical girl energy, we girls can do anything kind of vibe to it, and I'm really digging that. And I see a character that ties into other parts of the Clamp verse, obviously. I'm not fully versed on the Clamp verse, but I just recognize other characters from what I've read in other things. So that's exciting and lots of fun. So I'm very much looking forward to the journey that's going to be Magic Knight Rayearth. So I'm going to read the next volume and then I'll tell you my thoughts. But this first volume, I would give a solid 4. Really enjoying it so far. So I just finished the second volume in Omnibus 1 of Magic Knight Rayearth, and I continue to really enjoy this. So it's giving me everything that I enjoyed about Sailor Moon with the stuff that I didn't, just like the first volume. A love interest was introduced in this second volume for one of our knights. But honestly, like, he, stood on his own 2 feet. He wasn't just a pansy. And I really like him. I hope we see him again soon because I really liked the way he worked with the girls. Like, it just worked really, really well for me. And one thing I didn't mention in the previous clip is I do like that the magic is based on their will and on their determination and their belief in themselves. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch because we see 2 of the characters grow in strength differently than our main character here on the cover. She's pretty confident in herself from the get-go, and so naturally she's able to use the magic system more easily, and it's just so well done. I really just enjoyed the way that they're coming into their powers. So most of this second volume, they're seeking out this particular metal that's an evolving metal so that they can have weapons made out of it, so that it evolves with them as they grow in their power and in their strength. And it's really amazing. One of the characters from the first volume gave them armors made of that metal. And so now they have weapons made of that metal as well. So they will continue to evolve with them, kind of like the Sailor Scouts, because I felt like throughout this series, their equipment and stuff evolved. And so it is giving a lot of that vibe. So I think if you like Sailor Moon, but you haven't read this one, I would recommend trying it. Unless you're in Sailor Moon for the romance between her and Tuxedo Mask, because then there isn't really a big romance in this one. But if you just want to watch girls being total badasses, like, this is what you want. Like, this gives you all of the empowering and believing in yourself and loving yourself vibes that Sailor Moon did. And Sailor Moon really was revolutionary for kind of the magical girl era. And so I don't know if this came first or Sailor Moon. I'm assuming Sailor Moon did. And then this is kind of its own spin on a similar kind of take. But as of right now, I enjoy this much more. Again, that second volume I would give a solid 4. I just finished Omnibus 1. I was not expecting the tragic lovers angle that third volume took. That's all I'm going to say. And wow, I just, clearly this is the end of the first arc of the story. And I know that there's another omnibus to go. So yeah, like, that was a little melodramatic for me. I was going to give that volume 5 stars until that moment happened. And I'm just like, really? That's the route we're going to go right now, Clamp? Come on. Granted, that's a trope a lot of people like. So that particular trope, I think, is a bit dated. It doesn't really hold up as well now. But I'm still really enjoying this. Like I say, this whole omnibus is a solid 4 all the way through. And I can't say that of too many series. Sometimes it'll be like a 5, a 4, and a 3, so it averages out to a 4. But they're all a solid 4. I really liked almost everything happening within the series. And it's just a really good time. If you like magical girls, or if you're wanting something that'll give you Sailor Moon vibes without being Sailor Moon, and you haven't tried Magic Knight Rayearth yet, I highly recommend that you do, because art style wise, it's beautiful. I'm enjoying this more than I enjoyed my first read of Sailor Moon. Granted, I will be doing a reread of that soon, but I'm really enjoying this. I'm definitely going to be collecting this one in the beautiful box sets when I can, because they're just so pretty. They're just so pretty, and they're oversized, and the art in this does kind of feel a little cluttered in the smaller pages like this. So I do want to collect it in the bigger so that I can fully appreciate the art the way it should be appreciated. So with that said, I'm going to move on to Omnibus 2, but Steve wants to watch a movie, so I'm going to go watch a movie with him. And then I will come back. Hi, hello. It is actually Monday now. And I did get the next volume of Magic Knight Rayearth done. So I've read the 4th volume, if they're in singles, if I'm remembering how they're split up correctly. It looks like I've got 2 more left. In this one, we're clearly starting a new arc of the story. After the knights are sent back, they find their way back to the land Serapho, where they were transported to. So they find their way back, and things are kind of reinstated, but the land of Serapho is now falling apart after the fallout of the previous volume. And so now it's all about putting Serapho back together and what will actually be best for Serapho. Everybody, even in surrounding worlds that we now learn are there, have their own idea of what that looks like. And so now it's kind of this, rush to become the pillar or destroy the whole pillar thing with the land of Serapho. So It's all about, so we've met some new characters, and I like the new characters we've met so far. Some are really like mustache twirly campy, but then one has kind of been introduced as a potential love interest for the gal on the cover here. And I I don't know how to feel about that yet because he is our previous bad guy's younger brother. So I don't understand I understand his motivations, but I don't know if that's actually what's best or not. All right, so I just read the penultimate volume here of Magic Knight Rayearth, and like I can see why some people think this second arc of the story isn't really necessary after reading that second volume, but at the same time I like that it's there because so many times in stories we don't see the consequences of decisions that heroes make. And so that's kind of what we're getting here. We have these three women, young women, I should say, who choose to go and clean up their mess. And so I'm really excited to see how this decides to wrap up. That'll kind of determine how I feel. But that fifth volume was my least favorite so far, but it's still like a 3.5 star. Like, this series is really solid. Then again, I really enjoy Clampworks. So, yeah, I'm going to be at least buying the first box set on this one, possibly the second. We're going to see how this last volume wraps up, and I will be back with my final thoughts on Magic Knight Rayearth very, very soon. So, I just finished Magic Knight Rayearth, and honestly, I loved the ending because we learned something at the end of volume 3 that affects the world deeply, and it deeply affected these three young women because they grew and matured so much from the start of the story. And to see them come back to clean up the mess and the way they chose to fix this world, I thought was truly beautiful. And I truly enjoyed the way this wrapped up. We had some couplings there at the end, and I was okay with all of that. Like, that was just sweet and cute and very shoujo. But I adored this. This is what I wanted Sailor Moon to be, and it wasn't. So if you loved Sailor Moon, definitely give this series a try. And I don't know why more people don't talk about this. Like, I'm definitely buying both box sets because this is stunning. The art is stunning. I really like the way the story's told. Like, I guess I could understand why some people wouldn't like it so much, but I really adore it. And it's so cute and so fun. And there are some characters that are really campy and stuff, of course, but I really like it. I'm going to give the final volume 5 stars. I think the way that the resolution came about was really smart and really clever. And yeah, I definitely got some references to other series like Holic from reading this, and it was just so fun. So, yes, I'm a Clamp stan. Like, it's official now. Like, if I'm willing to spend all that money on those box sets, I'm a stan. So, yes, I'm very, very happy with how this ended. I'm really happy with my reading experience. And again, I'm very grateful to Maeve for loaning me this before I had to go and spend all that money. Because if I didn't like it by the end, I would have been very, very mad. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely give it a thumbs up and let me know down below. If you watched just to watch, I kept it as spoiler-free as I could, then drop a fire emoji. One of the characters has fire elemental powers, so we'll go with a fire emoji. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.